Hi everyone, this is Lady T with your Leo Magic attraction for April 2023. So before we get started, I just want to say thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. And I hope that the messages help you in some kind of way, because that's the purpose of the channel. And let's go ahead and get started. Center energy is the moon. Now, the thing that I get here is that you're in tune with the moon, meaning that you're quiet, you're mysterious, you're keeping things to yourself at this time. Other clarifiers that we have here with the moon are you've got the Eight of Swords in reverse, which means you're not all up in your head. You're not imprisoned in your mind anymore, overthinking about anything. The challenge for you also is Two of Wands, basically making the decision. So that's still a challenge for you regarding the Queen of Cups. Now, maybe you're the Queen of Cups, or you're thinking about a decision regarding a Queen of Cups. Hold on one second. Okay. Crowning energy is the Four of Wands. So just really wanting to have a good time, wanting to be stable and be happy in that energy. Challenge is really maintaining your strength at this time. Because you are, or maybe perhaps taming yourself when it comes to coming into balance with yourself, coming into balance with perhaps another with the Two of Cups, or taming yourself to make this decision, because the Two of Cups is also a decision, a choice, because things are happening quickly. And so you're really just trying to maintain as you move forward, as you try to come up with an answer or a decision, how you want to move forward. Because your undermining energy is the Death. So something coming to an end for you with being blocked. So because you've been blocked before, but justice is coming in because you've called justice. You said enough of this already. And so you have basically stepped out of this blocked energy, and that's what's coming to an end here. Now, the last, what led up to this is the Five of Coins, self-sabotaging, feeling left out in the cold kind of thing, with stability, with happiness, with celebration. And this was illuminated to you. And then your outcome is the Ten of Cups in reverse, meaning just really not feeling happy. Because there's been some either self-deception or deception around you. You're not very happy about it. Because somebody's been waiting, or maybe you're waiting. But you know that there's been some self-deception with this waiting energy. And you're tired of it, and you're manifesting new things and excitement as you move forward. Okay, let's see what we have for your believe in your magic messages. Now, what I liked about this is you had 7, 8, and 6. So you had your numbers here, just like Scorpio did. So with your first message here, we have voyage. And when I looked at this, the first thing that came to me is trying to figure out where you want to go next. That's what came to me as she's looking at the map. She's trying to figure out, okay, I'm on this journey. What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Because it says you already have all the answers. So this is about you making a decision of what you want to do. Now we have storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. So again, this indecision, this storm, this mental thing that you've been going through. Again, you have the Eight of Swords in reverse, which tells me that you've been all up in your head about something, feeling trapped, and you're tired of it. You're like, enough of this already. But what I didn't like here is you did have the 6 in reverse, which was potion. Remember to practice self-love. So getting back to taking care of you, I think, is really what we're talking about here. So that 6 should really be in the upright, because you need to get back to taking care of you. You spend a lot of time taking care of everybody else, but now it is time to focus on you. Now let's go ahead and get into your pure magic oracle messages. And the first one we have here is Vervain Everlasting. So let me get the book for these, because I don't know the deck well enough yet to be able to just tell you what they mean. I know Vervain is protection, so I know that, because I think somebody else got this sign when I was doing a reading the other day. Now, this is number 9. So here we have Vervain, known as the enchanter's herb, is believed to be the plant most fond and protective of humans. Unlike herbs that thrive best in the wilderness, Vervain prefers to grow near people. According to the legend, this herb sprang from the tears of Isis, and the Greeks and Romans tied it into bundles and used it to sweep their holy altars and sacred spaces, as Vervain bears the gifts of romance and protections. In its use in spells is widely extensive, from protection to healing wounds, love and transformation, success, luck, and even creating confusion. As an enchanter's herb, Vervain is used magically as an aphrodisiac to entice the lover. It's a traditional component of love spells from Africa to Europe, and it is still in heavy rotation in New Orleans and the American South. Bathing in Vervain infused waters, or even rubbing any part of the plant against any part of you, it is said to have great prophetic power, cause your deepest wishes to be fulfilled, make your worst enemies become your friends, and protect against disease and malicious enchantment. Pure wisdom. The plant spirit of Vervain urges you to release your mental and physical strain as it works to ease your internal wounds and soften your fears. It calls you to be brutally honest with yourself and to remember to stay in alignment with your heart's calling in life. You are not without assistance from the earth, as Vervain creates a gateway for you to break through the barriers that arise and rediscover the healing and joy on the horizon. Prioritize your energy and remember to nourish yourself with self care. Do not choose escape from your spiritual path. Choose instead to protect your heart's happiness. So, again, this is about taking care of yourself as you are, and remember what your path is supposed to be. Don't try to, bypass your path. Okay. So maybe you're avoiding something, is what I'm getting there, Leo. Now, that was a 9. This is a 10. So again, you've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, very, very numerical quality there. Okay, next we have astral travels. Astral travels is the ability to separate your astral body from consciousness within your physical self and move through physical and spiritual planes of existence across space and time. For many people, astral traveling is something that occurred naturally and frequently as children when they slept, but diminished as they grew older. Through the ability of astral traveling, you can potentially witness events, see into the real world during sleep, and access psychic information beyond physical reality. For true psychics explorer, astral travel is the reality. Is the ultimate ticket to a larger world at reach. We were born to be discoverers of new lands and dreams, to take to the day and truly see the world and our lives from a higher cosmic perspective. All right, let me get back to that. Okay. I'm going to read that last paragraph again. Through the ability to astral travel, you can potentially witness events, see into the real world during sleep, and access psychic information beyond physical reality. For the true psychic explorer, astral travel is the ultimate ticket to the larger world at reach. We were born to be discoverers of new lands and dreams, to take to the sky, and to truly see the world and our lives from a higher cosmic perspective. Have you ever dreamt that you were flying and began to feel a pull at your navel? Have you experienced dreams of falling or flying, and you are jolted back into waking from a crash landing? Then you have been astral traveling. The astral realms are home to a collective of beings and guidance, as well as psychic and elemental energies. And guardians, wait, I'm sorry. It is a space where the mental and psychic meet to begin formation into reality, Astral experiences are veiled with rich symbolism, and it is always unique to the individual. Astral travels tell us that we can hold all the knowledge and secrets of the universe at hand, or at least all the knowledge of our desired goal to master. There is no time or space in the astral, and therefore no limits to what we can achieve in this plane. Perhaps then astral travel allows us to consider the possibility of the impossible. What would you do if there were no bonds holding you down? How much more boldly would you move? How much more grandly would you dance through life? How confident would you be of expressing your magic to others? Show them what you have and knock them out into the astral planes. The pure wisdom message. There is a time there is a time for great work and a time for deep rest. While your spirit and mind may be saying one thing, you are ultimately governed by the laws of your body's capacity. Be careful not to burn the candle at both ends. It is time to get back into your body and remember how good it feels to nourish it. You are called to break out of the box and look beyond the limits of what you can see. Clarity is needed, and freedom, even just for a little while, holds the answer to an important truth to learn. Maybe the way isn't around, but through. So, I'm taking it that, because you have the first message about not going around or not trying to bypass your path, maybe this is a complementary message to give you some more clarity of not trying to go around the path, but actually through the path, staying on the path, and not deviating. And also in that, understanding your body's needs and understanding how to take care of your body as you are learning more and doing your astral traveling. Now let's go ahead and get into the next message, which is sylphs, and that's number 14, which is a 5. So again, we've got a lot of numerical alignment here for you, Leo. Let's see, number 14. Okay. While often mistaken for traditional fairies, sylphs are an older, wiser counterpart of the fairy family, much larger in size than the fae. Sylphs also take on a similar appearance to humans and have large wings. Rarer to encounter than gnomes and other magical elementals, sylphs are said to hold incredible spiritual intelligence that allows them to shift energy at will. They also have the ability to shape weather patterns on Earth. Sylphs move freely throughout the earth, enjoying the space over wide and open areas of nature. When the air quickens with electric frequencies, sylphs gather in invisible council. Can you feel their presence? As governors of the element of air, they foresee the state of purity we take for granted. When toxicity begins to form, polluting the atmosphere, they appear to sound the alarm for action for those attuned to the sight. There are millions of creatures inhabiting the world, and as beings of conscience and self awareness, it is our duty to fight for the lives of the other beings sharing our space. Pure wisdom. Sylphs have come to speak to you and offer their magic of purity and wisdom for you to claim and use. You have been chosen to stand with magical beings in flight and offer your own magic to create change in the environment you reside within. Both magically and atomically, air is precious and our energy impacts it in ways that we cannot yet fully understand. Do you know how to purify the atmosphere of your home or land? Now is the time to pay attention. Be mindful of energetic waste and debris and ask yourself if you are contributing to the toxicity or working to eradicate it. Excuse me. Be mindful of your eco footprint and take steps to lessen the imprint of your daily pollution. Excuse me. Do not wait until the air becomes too thick and dangerous to breathe. Follow the calling now and see to it that you become part of the excuse me, revolution of change and shift the world into a cleaner, better state than when we arrived. Sylphs also impart a message to be clear, with intent and virtue in action, thought and presence. Begin to diffuse stagnant debris and learn to treat all environments with respect and care. Everything is alive in vibration, and thus we must pay respect to the presence and harmony. Apologize, I had to get some water. So here we have number 6. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 6. So you definitely have an alignment going on here. So this is number 6, Hecate's path. So it says, Queen of the Witches, Matron of Midwives, Herbalist and Psychopomp, Hecate maintains office hours only at night. Formal petitions and invitations must be offered after dark. A particularly ancient spirit, the only source of illumination she favors is fire. Goddess of the moon in spirits and necromancy, Hecate's powers govern over heaven, earth, and sea, and she embodies the form of maiden, mother, and crone. She can grant you enhanced psychic powers, fertility, romance, protection, and all forms of magic from the old kingdom to the new. The Queen of the Night reminds us of our capability of being both good and evil and teaches us the importance of change, aiding us to release the past and step into new lands and experiences. Like her cousin Artemis, Hecate is a fierce protector of women, especially women with children. She stands at her place at the crossroads as she guards the frontiers between the realms of the living and the dead, in various planes perceptible only with psychic vision. For this, she is the first escort to contact for journeying into the underworld. Pure wisdom. You are asked to let go of what is familiar, safe, and comfortable in order to break the stagnant wheel and discover new opportunities that lie waiting ahead. What is dead is gone, and a new path must begin in its process in order to continue the cycle again: birth, death, and rebirth. You are guided to delve deeper into your spiritual path and remember the soul truths hidden inside your cosmic makeup, and to aid recovery of those soul truths you have hidden from others. It is time to transform from the old self and walk your truth for yourself and for your legacy. Let me see if there's any more. Okay, interesting. So you are really expected to release the old and step into the new as you move forward, Leo. Very interesting. Now we have the gnomes, which is number 5. So you have 2 5s in your reading. You've got the 5 here and the 5 here. This is in the reverse. So let's see what we have here for the gnomes. I'm going to turn it upright so you can see the card itself, but remember it's in reverse. So it says, gnomes are said to have governors of earth, magical creatures made famous through literature about legends and fairy tales. These gnomes are not of the garden statue variety, but rather are almost hobbit-like beings that inhabit the burrows of nature. While it's true they are playfully mischievous and bashful spirits, they are not to be laughed at. Seen by those gifted with sight, these invisible spirits can shift their appearances to match their surroundings, evading capture by those foolish enough to attempt to do so. But the gnomes uncloak their camouflage and extend their hands to yours. When they appear, it is usually a sign that things have gone awry and work needs to be done in order to set wrongs to right once more. Gnomes urge you to reclaim your advocacy for the natural world and bring duty back to healing damaged lands and forests, and to aid animals and people with humanitarian relief. It is well and good to master life for success and joy, but it is your divine duty to give back to the land and world that holds us together. Remember, this was in the reverse, so maybe you have not been doing this and you are encouraged to get back to this, is what I'm getting. It is time to get to work and to carry your energy for devoted direction in important humanitarian issues. Take action to create changes where harmony can result. Question your conscience and ask yourself if you are giving back to the communities and earth fully and regularly. Take a volunteer holiday and assist in restoring nature conservations or donate to foundations related to animal care and wildlife. You have the power to transform negative energies into something greater, and this is your task now. Do not wait to be told what to do. Get up and rise with purpose. So this is about not waiting, stepping into this humanitarian conservationist kind of mindset as you move forward, perhaps also. And then the last message here is number 21, which is 3. So you have 3. Did we have a 4? We had 2 5s. Okay, so we did not have a 4. And 4 is usually stability. So it says Baraka, power, strength, force, and expansion. Okay. There is power that radiates from all living beings in varying degrees of force and clarity. Different languages have different words to identify this power. The Polynesians refer to it as mena. Among the Yoruba, a prominent language of group of Western Africa, it is known as Akse. In Morocco, this power is called Baraka, and in other areas of the Islamic world, some variation on that word may be used. This force is a holistic power. It does not acknowledge the splits between spirit and matter that humans may perceive, but transcends these divisions. Baraka is defined as a positive power, a benevolent force. This power can be transmitted, is contagious, can be expanded, and can also be lost. If you consistently feel drained or frustrated, if things you don't wait a minute. If you consistently feel drained or frustrated, if things just don't ever work out for you, if life lacks a spark of joy, you very likely suffer from deficiency of this power. You can recognize the power in another person if, having been in their presence, you emerge feeling strengthened and empowered. Mother Earth has the power also, but although a mighty source, she is not without her limits. Magic gives us the ability not just to focus and receive blessings, but to give back to the earth energetically and spiritually. Your power is unique, and by expressing the power positively, you become a valuable asset to earth. And this was in, I think this was the card that was in the challenge position. So I think you're trying to get this back, is what I'm getting there with this being like this. Now, let's see here. Pure wisdom. As you learn the word of Baraka, you are signaled to remember that your source of energy is held in nature. And are you connected to nature's love and care, or have you moved beyond its reaches? Put down the distractions and move back into the wild, even for a while. A very good turn done for you, done one in return. For every good turn done for you, do one in return. Whenever you feel your life has been enriched, do what you can to enrich another. This is ultimately your magic, your life, your choice, your responsibility. Okay, let's go ahead and move into your super attractor messages, Leo, to close out your reading. So the first one we have here is to begin the practice of allowing. I must get out of the way and let spirit give me direction. So this is about quieting your mind, stop trying to control everything, and just relaxing and letting things flow, so that spirit can give you guidance. Next, we have believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the results. So this is again stepping into that deeper certainty with spirit, that belief, that blind faith and trust, even though you can't see the results. When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. So again, these are the things that you receive when you connect. And so you're being encouraged to go back and reestablish some things, not only in the nature world, not only with your self-care routine, but also with spirit. I slow down to listen to the guidance that's available to me. So again, slowing things down, getting back to what you know works for you. I feel my way into faith one step at a time. And again, just going slow and trusting and building that faith one step at a time, one day at a time. Okay. And then the last messages are spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. So once you become into um, spiritual alignment and reestablish your connection to spirit, that's when the manifestations are going to occur. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. So this is again letting the wheel go, letting spirit lead you, and then also practicing the patience as you move forward. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good, and really understanding, your self worth, and in doing so, also taking care of yourself. And I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it in a way to get closer to love. So this is moving beyond fear. This is moving through fear. That's what um, that message was earlier about, not trying to spiritually bypass anything, but going through it instead of trying to go around it. And really dealing with this fear, head on kind of thing is what I'm getting. Okay, Spirit. Thank you so much. And Leo, I hope that this helps you. Much love and light, Lady T.